Good evening, YouTube. This is me, lukemick here. If you've never seen me before, then hello. I'm happy to see that you're here, and this is my review for Edge of Tomorrow. So Edge of Tomorrow stars the one and only Tom Cruise, and of course alongside him is Emily Blunt. Now this movie is basically the Groundhog Day of war films, with a sci-fi alien/monster twist alongside it. Tom Cruise is playing a military officer of sorts in this movie, and basically his boss tells him, Tom, you're going to be going out to the battlefield. You're going to be fighting alongside the Marines tomorrow on the raid at the beach. It's kind of like D-Day, this raid. Anyways, Tom Cruise is obviously, what are you talking about? I don't have any military training. I've never been in combat. I don't know what's going on. Why are you throwing me into the battle? And he can't do anything about it. He's forced to go there. He dies on the beach the next day, and you think that might be it, but it's not. He's reborn again. And he's wondering what the hell is going on. He's reborn the day before, so he experiences everything that he experienced the day past. It's just like the movie Groundhog Day. You guys know how that all works. So Tom Cruise is basically in this movie trying to figure out what's going on. He meets up with Emily Blunt, who kind of has the same condition, or at least she once did, and they work together to figure out where these aliens are living, where they, operate their war tactics, and what they can do to stop them and to stop humanity from completely being wiped out. So, Edge of Tomorrow I thought was a pretty cool movie, but I don't think it was a perfect movie. The things that I'm just gonna say right off the bat that I don't really like are the monsters or aliens in this movie, the enemies, the attackers, the invaders, whatever word you want to use to describe them. I felt that they were really basic and generic. They weren't very unique, I don't feel. They looked like monsters I shoot in video games or monsters I've seen in other movies. They just didn't really set themselves apart from other monsters in other things that I have experienced in my life. I feel like the enemies in this movie could have just been more interesting. Another thing is that Tom Cruise's character in this movie, I feel like we could have known a bit more about him before he was in the war. I mean, he was a commanding officer of sorts, and that's basically all I knew. I didn't know anything about his family. I didn't know anything about his past life, what he did. His character, I feel like, wasn't that interesting. I didn't really care for him that much. Emily Blunt, she reveals some stuff about her past in this movie at times, and her character was pretty well developed for the role she had. But I feel like Tom Cruise's character should have been more interesting. But the things that are good about this movie are the visual effects. A lot of the times they're running around in these giant mech suits, kind of like the game Titanfall in a way. But I haven't played Titanfall, but I feel like Titanfall, the people actually get inside the robots and control them. These are basically like the machines that Sigourney Weaver jumps in the movie Aliens, and it all looks really cool. There's a lot of cool explosions. The visual effects are pretty stunning in this movie, and it looks really good. But like I said, the thing is, I don't think that the enemies in this movie are that intriguing. The direction is good. There are a lot of plot twists in this movie, a lot of really clever things, actually. I mean, when you have a movie that's like this, where you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, there's a lot of wiggle room to put in some really cool and clever tricks, and there were quite a few of them in this movie. Some parts were funny, some parts were emotional, and overall the movie was pretty cool. I do think that it did have some character flaws, and I just really did not think that the villains or the baddies in this movie were very interesting. So I'm going to give the movie 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's still worth checking out, especially if you like the movie Groundhog Day or any war movies, I guess. So this is lukemick signing off. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.